Fine. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Show don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head.
Coach, thanks. We are about 12 miles south of the future home of the Chargers at the current home of the Chargers, and that's Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Chargers. 2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 20. Five-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set, 380.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Check it.
Melvin Gordon, the 2-time Pro Bowler. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Come on, baby.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
I'm going to go load it. Load it.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Hey, Rocket.
25, check 25, check 25.
Throwing Rivers. Sets up the screen to Gordon. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it's a 2nd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Set, black 15. 12.
Let's go one more. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Hey, Delta. 55.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rivers. And an alley to run. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And this results in 6. Touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Let's go. Begin.
Hey, easy. Load it. Get on.
Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. What a great surprise Austin Eckler has turned out to be. That's the kid that was undrafted out of Western State, signed with the Chargers in 2017, and then last season, 554 yards at 5.2 yards per carry, and then he was also effective catching the football. 39 receptions, over 400 yards there. A great compliment to Melvin Gordon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Load it. White, 80 hot.
First down, Rivers. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jonathan Joseph there on the coverage. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Charlie. Q.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Hey, check right. 80 hot. Watch 85.
To throw again, Rivers. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 15 yards on the play. First down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line.
Check.
Hey.
Again, it's Rivers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
No. Hey, I'm going to go load it. Hey, Alpha. Hey, hot. White, 89.
A 2nd down throw for Rivers. To Gordon, out left. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Load it. Red Delta.
Mike, 55.
Hey, Haywood.
They'll throw again. Rivers. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, but it'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Round! He hot! He hot!
Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
They'll run it with Johnson. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Here's Watson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now from back at the 9 after that last play. This is 3rd and goal. Now Watson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Texans football to start quarter 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Catanzaro's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Here we go.
Wait, 80 high. 55.
Rivers. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I would say it would probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
57. 19.
Drop deep.
24. 29.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Focus, defense, focus. Check one.
No time now.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And that makes our score 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're
You don't
down.
want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
Now
just
you
called
can
it.
go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think
did.
you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that they've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rivers in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Check. Left.
Shit.
3rd and long for Rivers. Open man, it's Allen. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Rivers now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10.
Check 4.
Through.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. It's complete to Williams. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And he's the guy, Mike Williams, that the Chargers took 7th overall a couple of years ago. Battled injuries as a rookie, but in full health last year, he caught 43 passes with a knack of really finding the end zone. 10 of those 43 catches went for touchdowns. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Hey, Delta.
55. Hey, eat. All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
To the air again here, Rivers. He's going to float this one deep right side. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Rivers now finding Mike Williams, and he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Rivers again. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
89. Wait, 89.
On 2nd down, Rivers again. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 22 yards there, a 1st down. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
Now Gordon on 1st down. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
At the 12-yard line.
On 2nd down and 4, Rivers to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there, and that'll make it 3rd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. And that'll set them back 5. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9.
Hey, Rocket. Bud.
From the gun, Rivers. Dancing to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Rolling. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And it's 17-7.
Makes the score Texans 17, Chargers 7.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check.
Hey, alert! 58's the money. 58's the money.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
Throwing again is Watson. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Incomplete. It's third down and 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
50 points down, he's coming. Hey, 31.
Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. Fielded at the 20. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Here's Watson. Going to throw again. He gets it left side to Johnson. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
Check 26, check 26.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller.